guys ready? Ready? Okay. All right, good evening, everyone. We are first starting with the continuation of the public hearing on Local Law Number 5, 2026, entitled Amending Chapter 164 to Regulate Battery Energy Storage Systems. Interestingly enough, we have received 2 comments since our last public hearing on battery storage. One comment was received yesterday, stating that costs of professionals should be at the applicant's sole cost, and that is correct. That is how the planning board works. They put an escrow, and they are, if the town professionals are involved in any of the oversight of any planning board application or anything for that matter, we would charge that to the applicant. So that is factored in to existing law. And the second one that came in 6 minutes before Town Hall closed is from Orange and Rockland. Is anyone here from Orange and Rockland? Okay, would have been nice. They're stating that they would like Orange and Rockland to be considered exempt from the battery storage law. ONR's comments are focused solely on the potential impact of the proposed law on utility-owned and utility-operated battery storage facilities that support the operation of the electric transmission and distribution systems. ONR requests that the town exempt battery storage facilities owned and operated by Orange and Rockland Utilities, Inc., that directly support the needs of the local transmission and distribution systems. ONR recommends that any requirements applicable to utility-owned battery storage facilities remain aligned with the New York State existing robust requirements. Thank you for that comment. ONR is concerned that the proposed restrictions could limit the ability to deploy battery systems needed to support electric system reliability and resilience, as well as the deferral or avoidance of traditional infrastructure upgrades. We believe that Orange and Rockland is exempt as a public utility naturally. This is something that I do believe should be verified, but I also don't, we're doing this for public safety, so whether it's owned by Orange and Rockland or owned by the Town of Warwick for that matter, we're doing this battery storage law for a reason. So that's the comment. Those are the comments that we've received so far. Not significant. Again, only 3 comments submitted on what we consider to be a very important and at times controversial law. So I think a lot of thought and consideration went into this law. So at this time, before we open it up to the public, I would ask if the board has any further public comment or further comment.
Do you think we should verify that before we vote on the
So
law?
I'm going to make the recommendation after we hear from the public that we close the public hearing, but we table the motion
I think that makes sense.
to verify this and further consider it. Yeah. So any more comment from the board?
No.
Any comment from the public on battery storage energy law, local law number 5? No? Okay. I make a motion that we close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Public hearing on local law number 5 is closed. At this time, I would like to open up the August 13 town board meeting. If you'd all, oh yeah, all right. So we have another public hearing. Introductory local law number 6 of 2026, a local law amending chapter 154, article 9 of the code entitled towing policy. The clerk will read the notice.
Please take notice that the town board of the town of Warwick will hold a public hearing at 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York, on August 13th, 2026 at 7 p.m. or soon thereafter, to afford all interested parties the opportunity to be heard regarding introductory local law number 6 of 2026, entitled a local law amending chapter 154, article 9 in the town clerk's office, of the code entitled towing policy. Sorry. A copy of the local law 6 of 2026 is on file in the town clerk's office and on the town's website at townofwarwickny.gov. All interested persons will be given the opportunity to be heard. All written comments must be received by the board at or prior to the public hearing.
The draft local law and local law number 6 has been available on the town's website since July 22nd. We are going to keep this public hearing open, not only through this meeting, but until our next meeting, which will be scheduled on September 10th. Before we open it up to the public, is there any comment from the town board on this local law?
No.
Okay, any questions or comments from the public on local law number 6? This is our towing policy. Basically, what it comes down to is we have a specific aspect of our town code that relates to towing, heavy-duty tows, so tractor trailer, fire truck, or any large truck that needs a tow from either an emergency scene or some other situation where it's abandoned on the roadway. We have to call out to qualified towing companies, and the current town code says that we must use towing companies located within the town of Warwick. We currently have no large tow trucks available that exist in the town of Warwick. So we are going to modify our town code to allow us to go outside of the town of Warwick to secure large tow trucks that can remove large vehicles from our town of Warwick roadways. Is that correct, Chief? Okay. So again, that's available on our town website. We have received some feedback on this, so we are going to make minor modifications, and as those modifications are done, the updates will be reflected on the town's website so that the public can see changes that are being made as they're made. If there are no more comments from the public on that, we will keep the public hearing open until our September 10th meeting. If you would like to send in comments on this, you can email the town clerk at clerk@townofwarwickny.gov and give us your feedback or insight. All right, at this time, I would like to call to order the August 13 Town Board meeting. If you'd all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Would the clerk please call roll?
Councilman Cole?
Here.
Councilman D'Angelo?
Here.
Supervisor Dwyer?
Here.
Councilman Mattingly?
Here.
Councilman Truback?
Here.
Thank you. All right, I make a motion that we accept the meeting minutes from the public hearing of July 23rd, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion that we accept the regular meeting minutes from July 23rd, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion that we pay all audited bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Board's correspondence is listed as addendum number 1. Is there any discussion or comments from the board on correspondence? No? Okay. Moving right into reports of boards and department heads, beginning with Police Chief John Rader.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. My report's a little more lengthy than normal, so bear with me, please. Tomorrow, the second session of the Junior Police Academy graduates at 1 p.m. at Mountain Lake Park. We have 25 cadets attending this session, and the progress reports I'm receiving shows that they have been an outstanding group. Over the last 2 weeks, as in every session since in 2022 when we began this program, our school resource officers have scheduled fire safety with the Warwick Fire Department, life-saving and CPR class with Kelly Pickle, who is one of our dispatchers and a longtime member of the Pine Island Ambulance Corps, a tour of the Orange County Emergency Services Center that includes a class on bicycle safety and also a free new bicycle helmet for each of them. This year, for the first time, the Warwick Prevention Coalition gave a lecture to the cadets on the dangers of cannabis. They had tours of the town services, such as the court, the police department, Dial-a-Bus, DPW, and the Humane Society. They learned self-defense at Chosun. They learned wellness at Vasu Yoga. They had a canine demonstration from Officer Kirshner and Canine Fritz, tactical lessons from our SWAT-trained officers, crime scene investigations from our detectives, courtroom procedures from the district attorney's office, and a full day of team building and confidence training at Tree Escapes Ropes Course in Vernon. This is in addition to the daily physical training, learning how to march in formation, and public speaking exercises that were held in the classroom. This would all not be possible without the support that we get from Supervisor Dwyer and the town board, the partnership that we have with the Warwick School District, and the support from Superintendent Dr. David Leach, all of the department heads that help out during these daily events, including the graduation at the park, and the entire community that gives their time and services to the cadets, and certainly, last but not least, the dedication of our school resource officers. We held our 5th annual National Night Out event on August 4th in Memorial Park. This event by far had the largest turnout, not only from the public, but we also had the largest participation from all the local services and vendors in the town. We truly appreciate the partnership we have with the Warwick Prevention Coalition, and we thank everyone who had a part in making this night successful for us. Today we welcomed Officer Tyler Morella back to work. Officer Morella, who was a Master Sergeant with the Air National Guard based in Newburgh, began what was supposed to be a short deployment last October in Kuwait. He was also ultimately extended several times until he was cleared to return home to his family in late June. We truly appreciate the service he gives not only to the town but to our nation, and we're grateful that he returns home safe and sound. I attended the ice cream social that was held by the Alamo Sun River Health Center Kids Summer Program at the Pine Island School 2 weeks ago. The reason I bring this up is there was many heartwarming stories that were told to us by the students, but what resonated the most was their appreciation to Supervisor Dwyer and to Sam Walter for the water safety classes that were held for them at Mountain Lake Park. Although it would be impossible to prove, the town's support in this program no doubt saved some of them from a tragedy involving a swimming incident, and I just wanted to extend that appreciation that they said to me that day to both of you for that program. It really left an impression on all of them. Last week we said goodbye to our chaplain, Joe Amaturo. Joe was the first chaplain for the Warwick Police Department beginning in 2024. He recently sold his house and moved to Delaware. During his time, Joe provided comfort to our staff and to the community in this role. Tonight, we're seeking board approval to appoint Pastor John Lashaway from Pine Island as his replacement. Pastor Lashaway is a strong spiritual part of our community and the local emergency services, and he'll be a great addition to our program. Finally, we're moving forward very quickly with the renovation project, but today we had to temporarily pause our drug take-back program while the lobby is being worked on. We anticipate having it back in service within the next 2 weeks, and we suggest that anyone with prescription medications that need to be discarded to take them to CVS located on Main Street in Warwick. That's all I have at this time, unless there's any questions from the board.
Just want to comment, the JPA, I was lucky enough to go to the graduation a couple of weeks ago, and you know, the order that these officers are able to get these kids in a matter of 2 weeks is just unparalleled and really amazing to see. And you mentioned that it wouldn't be possible without myself or the town board. We play a small role, and that's providing some money. It really would not be possible without you pushing for this and organizing it, and the officers that you have that are willing to give up their summers to continue working with children. I don't know how they do it, but they're our school resource officers, and they are so perfect for the job. The program is incredible. It works really well. You can see the difference in the development that it's making these kids, and you know, you guys are all doing a great job, so we appreciate your dedication in supporting our youth within the town. And then National Night Out, another great one. You guys, the entire police department and you put so much time into this and really making it such a great event, from getting grant money to pay for it and all the organization, and walking around the National Night Out and seeing pretty much every single organization across the entire town of Warwick out for one event is something I have never seen. And the resources that are available to residents to come out to that night, I really hope that people appreciate as much as I do what you guys are bringing to the public on that night. It really is very special, not only to bring the community out to meet and mingle and enjoy time with the police department, but having all of the organizations on hand to provide resources to the community is such a great thing for our town, and we really appreciate it. So great job to you and the entire department and everyone who was involved in making National Night Out a very special night for all of us. So great job. Thank you for the lengthy report and for all the work you guys did this month.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
DPW Commissioner Astorino, or should I call you water main break Ben?
Listen, I'm usually not thrilled to be here, but tonight, it's a little bit better than standing on the side of the road over a water main
Until
break.
2 a.m., yep.
Yep, so, no offense to anyone for it, but, okay. So, we've been quite busy. We're on Bowen Road. We repaired a culvert up there that will have to be replaced next year. When we went up there to do the replacement, the pipes that were in there were still functional to a point, and with budget constraints the way they are, it's going to be a very expensive pipe to purchase. I'm meeting with one of our vendors up there to get the price for next year, and we'll have that done next year. We also installed culvert pipe, driveway pipes up on Continental Road, where we blacktopped them today. We blacktopped a good section of some broken asphalt up there. About 20 ton was put down today. We installed a culvert pipe on Wickham Drive in Wickham Village. We installed another fairly large culvert pipe on Round Hill Road. We fixed some catch basins on Crystal Farm Road and Southwick Lane. Tree work, we did have some storms blow through here this past time, and we cleaned up some tree damage. Mowing town-wide, we're still on the roadsides. Our one mower is down. It'll be up next week. Gotta love technology. A sensor, a knock sensor that it's just ridiculous.
Brand new equipment.
Brand new equipment, and this is what we deal with in this day and age. But that's, the part should be here early next week, and the mower back on the road. Emissions. Emergency repairs. Our mechanics are fixing our equipment, getting ready for the winter. So it's August. Yeah, everybody shakes their head. Yeah, then absolutely. But when the snow flies, our equipment is ready to roll. So new chains, body work. The trucks are not new, but they will be ready to go for the winter. Vehicle maintenance. We're always on that. Road signs, Anthony's out and about taking care of that. We are hauling material and progressing on the shooting range. We're doing it when we can, so it's slow, but it's coming along. And also, as Supervisor Dwyer pointed out, the past couple of days have been pretty busy in the evenings with a couple water breaks in the Village of Greenwood Lake. I'd just like to commend the crew. I mean, they're dedicated, do their job, and when you get two in a row, 2 different evenings, it shows who you have. So. Anything else? Any questions?
Nope, busy month. We appreciate everybody's hard work. We know it's a busy couple months, during the summer. We know people are taking vacations, and, people are stepping up to get the job done. So
also, I just wanted to point out that the senior barbecue, which I'm sure we mentioned this evening, we are prepping, and we'll be ready to go for Tuesday.
Good.
All right, have a good evening.
Thanks, Ben. Water Sewer, Deputy Commissioner McPherson. Thankfully, wasn't out with them. It was
No.
entirely different.
I actually heard from Phil both nights looking for parts, but it wasn't a call for help other than that. I have a short report. Our guys are continuing to do summer maintenance at all the facilities, which include, mowing grass, painting, as well as scheduled maintenance and repairs. We were having some issues on the Greenwood Lake summer water with very high usage on the system. We spent a few days looking for leaks on the summer water system, and we were luckily able to find 2. That has since brought the usage for the entire system down quite a bit, so that was a good thing for that system. We spent a lot of time with the health department the past few weeks doing inspections at all of our water facilities. We have some capital projects like the Wickham well, but other than that, for the most part, the inspections came back well for our drinking water facilities. The Pine Island well continues to work as the main supplier for that district. We've had no disruptions or calls for discolored water since that well has gone online, so that system seems to be doing a lot better with that. Other than that, we submitted all regulatory sampling and reporting for the month of July, and the wastewater treatment plant continues to run within limits with minor repairs here and there, but it's been good.
Hopefully that violation we got for Pine Island is the last one we
Yeah,
get.
we actually took those samples again off the new well. I
Yeah.
haven't received the results, but
Okay.
fingers crossed that those
But the
will come back.
violation is from before we put
From
the well
before,
online.
yeah, yep.
All right, great. Any questions for Matt? Thanks, Matt. Recreation Director Walter.
Thank you, Supervisor. So the pools have been very busy. It's been hot. A few days I had to bring in some extra guards just to give the current guards some more relief. But things are going well up there at the pools. We did finish swim lessons. We put out a survey to the parents, and the survey results were wonderful. Lots of parents thanked the Town of Warwick for offering such a great program. So we're really pleased. It went well this summer, and the kids really, you teach a child to swim, they teach friends, they teach their children, so it's really just amazing that we're able to offer such great quality swim lessons to Warwick residents. Also, the park's been busy with pickleball and lots of fishing and hiking. We just finished up the Ghost Light Theater Camp, so those children left on Sunday. The staff stayed, cleaned everything. They did a great job. Really grateful for the relationship that we had with the Ghostlight Theater Camp and the teens and preteens that were at the camp all summer. It was nice to see the whole park busy, very busy.
Are you considering some sort of a survey with them, maybe to gain some feedback?
Sure, absolutely. We did, the director and I walked the grounds, looked at everything again, talked about what we could do, what was great about this summer, what we could do better next summer. But yes, we can definitely give them a survey so multiple staff members can reply.
Yeah, cool.
Yep, we could do that. So now we're getting ready for wedding season at the park. Almost every weekend from here on out has a festival wedding weekend booked. So it's going to be very busy for us at the park for sure with the weddings. We also look forward to having the Warwick Valley Central School District Odyssey of the Minds Club back in the Arts Building, Team Taka back in the Arts Building, and the Hudson Highlands Nature Center preschoolers back in the front building. So that'll be fun and busy for us in the fall. And that's it for my report.
Okay, we have a resolution tonight to hopefully get those roofs moving forward. 'Cause I know
Yes.
that's important going into wedding season.
Yeah, the wedding season,
Yes.
definitely.
Any questions for Sam? No? Thank you, Sam. Okay, moving right into councilman reports, beginning with Councilman D'Angelo.
Okay, good evening. For the Town of Warwick animal control officers, they've been very busy undertaking and rescuing animals. The animal control received 10 police calls throughout the month of July for stray dogs, resulting in the impoundment of 5 dogs. All 5 of those loose dogs were redeemed by their families. The shelter also took in 18 kittens from the TNR efforts throughout the community. A small kitten was discovered soaping wet without a temperature in a roasted chicken container inside a bucket at a local business. Unfortunately, she was saved just in time and is doing well. The shelter took in 3 unwanted sheep, all of whom will soon be placed in with a sanctuary to live out their lives. The animal control officers responded to a kitten in a drain pipe at ShopRite with a foot of water at the bottom. After much coaxing and roasted chicken, she was safely pulled from the pipe and is recovering from her ordeal. 8 little ducklings were orphaned and left standing in a huddle on Grand Street. Animal control managed to scoop them up all and bring them to the shelter. They have since been transferred to a wildlife rehabilitator. Our thanks to the police department for alerting us to these situations, and to Mano Farm for helping our sheep and rabbits with an ongoing supply of hay. And they want you to note, please note, contact Warwick Police for any after-hour animal emergencies in order to reach animal control. Donations on the shelter website and from our wish list at wvumaine.org are greatly appreciated. That's all I have for the Humane Society. For the Friendly Visitor Program, okay, for the month of July, number of neighbors assisted was 34. Total number of volunteers assisting those neighbors was 30. And total number of services provided by those 30 volunteers was 339, which I find really amazing, but thank you. That's all I have.
Okay, great. Councilman Cullen, your report, please.
Hi. Recently, our town historian has been contacted by a historical group that's associated with the Boston Tea Party in Boston, Massachusetts, verifying that John Cowdery was indeed a participant in the Boston Tea Party. Now, John Cowdery was a Revolutionary War soldier who is currently interned in the Warwick Cemetery. So they're going to come down. We haven't ironed out a date yet, but they're going to come down sometime in September and officially mark the grave, verifying that he was a participant in the Tea Party. The historian knew this for quite a while, but it's just nice to have it verified and certified that he actually was part of that, in addition to being a Revolutionary War hero. So we're looking forward to that. As we have more details on the event, we'll make that known. But for right now, it's just they're coming down sometime in September to mark the grave for us and make it official. So that's pretty cool.
Very exciting.
So that's all I have.
Great, thank you. Councilman Mattingly, your report, please.
Thank you, Supervisor. So, in the Village of Warwick and relating to the Warwick Valley Chamber of Commerce, there will be an espresso mixer at Marie's Floral Designs, 10 Main Street in Warwick, New York, on Wednesday, August 19th, from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., free for members, $10 for future members. Ladies' Night Out will be held in the Village of Warwick on Thursday, August the 20th, from 3 to 8 p.m. Enjoy specials throughout the village and the crowning of Warwick's Queen at 6 p.m. on Railroad Green. Taste of Warwick has been announced. It's Tuesday, September 15th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Warwick Valley Distillery. Friends, neighbors, visitors, and local culinary artisans will come together at the Warwick Valley Winery for an unforgettable evening filled with exceptional food, craft beverages, and the unmistakable energy of Warwick at its best. Tickets are available at warwickcc.org. For the Florida Chamber, Chrome Salon will have a blood drive on Monday, August 17th from noon to 6 p.m. Chrome Salon is located at 42 Main Street, Suite 2 in Florida. A reminder again, Florida Chamber presents an evening with Jimmy Sturr, Maple Avenue in Florida on Thursday, August 20th from 5 to 8 p.m. Spend the evening with Jimmy around the pool. It's an enjoyable evening where questions are asked of Jimmy and you may learn some things that you didn't know about him, his life, and his career. Tickets are $35. Call 845-258-9310 for tickets and more information. Also in Florida, the AI Breakfast Mixer will be at the Florida Public Library on September 29th. I'll check that. I'm not sure why I'd put September's event. Maybe I'll check that. At 9 a.m., catered by Fresh Fusion. The fee is $15. For more information about the Greenwood Lake Chamber, for membership information and other information, please visit gwnychamber.com. And finally, the Pine Island Chamber will have its food truck festival at St. Joseph and St. Stanislaus, at the Polish Legion of American Veterans in Pine Island, on Wednesday, September 26th, from noon until 6 p.m. And that is all I have for this evening.
Great, thank you. Councilman Schuback, your report, please.
Also at the Polish American Legion, Jimmy Sturr will be playing, I believe, September 6th.
Yep.
And I believe the following weekend, they are doing a chicken barbecue for a fundraiser for the POV. And I will once again remind people that the farmers are real busy out there, so be mindful that equipment moves very slow. So, most of those tractors only go 10, 15 miles an hour. So just be careful when you see them. That's all I got to report.
Great. Town Clerk?
Let's see. So the fees collected for July 2026 were $107,601.31, and the fees paid out were $3,280.58. I just want to remind hunters that the licenses are on sale now, that they have, DEC has declared 3M as unlimited doe tags, so if you happen to get a doe, you'll get two right away, but if you get one and you register it right away with the DEC, they will automatically issue you another one. So it's unlimited, so.
I think you can apply up to 4 doe tags out of the gate.
Because you can get in different areas.
So instead of ending the season with 20 unused deer tags this year, I can end the season with 30 unused deer tags. Only a hunter will get that. All right, my report is pretty brief tonight, but just going over a couple things. We announced previously that we were awarded a $15,000 New York State grant for a cybersecurity threat analysis and project plan. We are accepting a bid tonight from a company, Delaney Computer Solutions, to move forward on doing this cybersecurity threat analysis. This will cover both the town as well as the police department and any computers that are used by the town of Warwick and any of our networks. Obviously, we're in the day and age where AI is making it so much easier for people to corrupt systems, and they're holding governments ransom for their data, so we think that it's a very important time to get this underway. The affordable lottery program for the town of Warwick, we've been mentioning that, working very hard to try to put forward some sort of a outline on this. However, this being the first time this is ever going to happen, it is a very fluid situation where we're continuing to work on this law, and the implementation. What I can say is that the first affordable lot will likely be available in the spring of 2027, so we still have plenty of time to continue working on it. The town board and I are continuing to discuss this. We may implement some proposed changes to the law just to make it make a little more sense for the public and the process. Again, this is a law that's been in place for more than 20 years, but we have never actually implemented it. We have never offered an affordable lot to the public until now, and we anticipate that there will be up to 5 affordable lots in the near future. So over the next 2 to 3 years, we expect 5 affordable lots to be given out through this process. And again, we're working hard to try to nail down the exact specifics because the law, as it was written, was very ambiguous, and we prefer more specificity in these types of situations. So we're continuing to develop this, and we are going to hold a public hearing at our next meeting to discuss possible changes and clarifications to our current town code relating to the affordable lot. But before that, we intend to release some information on how the entire process will go. But at least by the September 10th meeting, we will have a full layout of exactly how the affordable lot subdivision program will go. Battery storage law, we've had public hearing and meeting after meeting after meeting on this battery storage law. We have been talking about this for well over a year, and at 3:54 p.m. today, on the final day we intended to vote for this law, Orange and Rockland decided to send us their feedback, and it's not really a change that we would consider, but it is something that we feel is important to verify. So I think the town board will likely table the resolution to adopt the battery storage law tonight, just to look at and evaluate the legitimacy of Orange and Rockland's claim in their email that they sent us 6 minutes before town hall closes today, or closed today. Senior barbecue is going to be August 18th with a rain date of August 19th. This is located at Union Corners Park, and that's the disc golf side, not the baseball field side or the soccer field side. It's the disc golf side, and that is going to be held from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It is a free senior barbecue for only Town of Warwick residents or residents who are in the Warwick Central School District. And the reason we say that is because we also consider the residents in the Sugarloaf area who pay Warwick school taxes to be a part of our community. So anyone else who's a Warwick Town resident or those who are in the Sugarloaf or Warwick School District are eligible to go to the senior barbecue. Very exciting on the PDR front. We are scheduled to close on the Burt Farm 60-acre property on August 19th. That is the farm as you're coming into the village of Warwick from, let's say, Mount Peter or that area. It's the large historic farm on the right side as you're pulling into the village. So that is 60 acres that will be going into the PDR program on August 19th. And in addition, I'm very happy to announce that OSI did close on the Warwick Conference Center's 313 acres. This is a partnership between the town of Warwick and the Open Space Institute. So as of this moment, 313 acres of the Warwick Conference Center ground will forever be preserved. We are still waiting to hear back on the grant results of the state grant that we applied for to find out if that will help support the cost of this acquisition. But as of right now, OSI laid out the money, $3.41 million, to purchase the 313 acres in anticipation of the town taking over that property. So we're very thankful and grateful to have the partnership of the Open Space Institute to really run this through and preserve another 300 plus acres within the town of Warwick. And one final comment, I don't think I heard it in your report, Tom, I might have. The Greenwood Lake Fire Department Carnival is ongoing. It started last night and it is continuing through August 16th, located at Winstanley Park in the village of Greenwood Lake. Both of my kids are there right now, and I hope everybody can go stop by and support the Greenwood Lake Fire Department. And at this time, that concludes my report. We'll move right into privilege of the floor on any agenda items. That could be resolutions or any other comments that may have been made during the meeting so far. There will be another opportunity for the public to comment on anything general later. So is there anything from the public on agenda items? Okay. Move right into resolutions.
Motion to declare the Town of Warwick DPW dump truck as surplus vehicle. Whereas the Town of Warwick owns a 1997 International dump truck, VIN number 1HTGEAUR0VH449592, which is in poor condition, whereas the vehicle is surplus and of negligible value of $2,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the supervisor to sign contract, motor vehicle title, bill of sale, and any other documents reasonably required to convey ownership and title to the Village of Florida for a 1997 International dump truck, VIN number 1HTGEAUROVH44952, in the amount of $2,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to add Hamilton Consulting to the town's list of approved third-party electrical inspectors.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Aye.
Motion to approve the special event for the Bear Mountain chapter of the Antique Motorcycle Club of America on September 11, 2026, at the Polish Legion of America Veterans, 16 Legion Road, Pine Island, from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Certificate of liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion granting permission for the following applicants to serve alcohol at a Town of Warwick parks and rental facilities. All applicants have filed a certificate of liability and liquor liability in the town clerk's office. Applicants as listed below.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept the resignation of part-time tax collector Deborah Carmody, effective July 24th, 2026.
Second.
Before we accept that, I just want to say Deborah was an outstanding employee in the town of Warwick, very dependable, great attitude, worked in the tax receiver's office, which, as you can imagine, at times could be stressful, and you have to work with residents as they're paying their taxes, and sometimes it gets a little hectic in there. So we do appreciate the partnership from Deborah for all of the years that she worked for us. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve a special event for the Warwick Chamber of Commerce, Taste of the Town, on September 15, 2026, at the Warwick Valley Winery, 114 Little York Road, Warwick, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. A certificate of liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept the resignation of a part-time police officer, Chase Tooth, effective August 4th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the assessor and the assistant assessor to attend the New York State Assessors Association Fall Training Session on Assessment Administration in Fairport, New York, from September 28th through October 1st, 2026. Funds for these training sessions are in the current budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
Motion to adopt the following resolution. Whereas the purpose of Fund H17, Forest Knolls, has been completed and the fund is no longer necessary. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the town board of the town of Warwick hereby authorizes the closure of Fund H17, Forest Knolls, and directs the town comptroller bookkeeper to take all necessary actions to formally close the fund. Be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement with Delaney Computer Services for grant-funded cybersecurity threat analysis.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to appoint Noah Gurevich as a Town of Warwick marriage officer for 2026.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to appoint Mary Ann Cerrone as a part-time dial-a-bus driver at a rate of pay of $23.50 per hour, effective August 24th, 2006.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to appoint Carolyn, I believe it's Isare, as a part-time clerk at the rate of pay of $20 per hour, effective August 17th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement for engineering services between the town of Warwick and MHE Engineering, DPC, for professional services related to Mountain Lake Park Lodge building roof replacement.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to appoint Pastor John Lasherman as police chaplain in the Town of Warwick Police Department, effective immediately.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
So we're tabling this one?
I make a motion that we table resolution number 2026-323, local law number 5.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's tabled.
Motion to appoint Zachary T. Vega as a part-time police dispatcher at a rate of pay of $22.50 per hour, effective August 15th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the supervisor to sign closing documents in connection with the $400,000 purchase of development rights from Donald Ray McFinley Revival Lifetime Trust, consisting of 61.513 acres on State Highway Route 17A, also known as the Burks Farm. 50% of the purchase price shall be funded through the USDA NRCS grant, and the remaining 50% shall be paid through the Town of Warwick Community Protective Fund. Then via 10-year bond at 5% purchase approval by the town board on April 11th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to schedule a public hearing for introductory of local law number 7 of 2026, entitled Amending Local Law number 6 of 2024, amended section 164-45J 100 of the zoning code, affordable housing. Said hearing to be held on Thursday, September 10th at 2026 at 7 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the matter may be heard at Town Hall, 132 Kings Highway, Town of Warwick.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. All right, at this time, we'll open it up to privilege of the floor on any general topics. Anybody like to speak? No? Any of the staff or? No? Okay. All right. The next town board meeting will be Thursday, September 10th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Workshops can begin up to 1.5 hours prior to the meeting, and we will also have the public hearing on local law number 7, which will take place at or about 7 p.m. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thanks for coming, everybody.